Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Welcome to Overthunk.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Ezra, this is Keegan,
Good day.
and we're here for another album review. Today we're going to be hitting you with Kali Uchis.
Yeah.
Kali Uchis?
Kali Uchis.
Kali Uchis. Her
We try with
debut-
these accents.
Yeah, I
We're not
know.
great
Oh,
at them.
it's horrible. We
Yeah.
mean no disrespect.
No, not
You're
at all.
not Latin American at all,
Yeah.
despite what appearances might tell you. I'm not sure. I've been, kind of germinating this creepy stash for like 3 weeks now.
Oh, yeah. I got Mauritius the other day. Mauritian.
Oh.
That's the latest thing I got.
That's crazy.
We are.
In any case, Kali Uchis' debut album,
Yeah.
Isolation.
Mhm.
I believe you have to put a cross instead of a T. That's how it is on my
Yeah,
iTunes.
that's... Oh.
Yeah, very
Is
Latin.
that's the actual title? of the iTunes?
Yeah, it's stylized
Didn't
like
realise
that.
that.
Very Latin American,
Mhm.
as is this album.
Yeah, very much so.
Kali Uchis kind of burst onto the scene in 2015 with her debut EP Por Vida.
Uh-huh.
I did not hear it.
No.
Don't know about you.
Nope. Can you hear it?
Didn't hear it either. But she has definitely been on my radar
Uh-huh.
because of a slew of amazing features
Oh, man.
on some very good tracks.
Yeah.
And she had been impressive in all of those,
All of them.
leaving us salivating, waiting in anticipation for this album. Just opening thoughts, I absolutely loved this album. I think it is an
It's
amazing
great.
listen,
It really is.
start to finish,
Yeah, man, and so much variety, bro.
100%.
Just flowing from track to track, genre to genre, influence to influence,
Mhm.
seamlessly. And yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
absolutely great. And I think the diversity in her features was a great sort of, she was featuring on all kinds of tracks,
Mhm.
and this is pretty much,
Yeah. I mean,
Like
the diversity of genres that she's on,
yeah.
possibly coming from a very interesting background, being of Latin descent, moving to Miami, hanging out in Los Angeles. It's a lot of cultures,
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
so
different
many.
musical styles. As we said, with the features that she's been on, she's been exposed to a lot of
Yeah.
different musicians.
Mhm.
Obviously met a lot of friends, musician friends, and it really does
Everyone
come through.
seems to want to work with her.
Oh
Like,
yeah. For a debut album, the features list is crazy. The production credits
It's
are crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive.
And she's so young too.
She is.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. She's what, 23?
Yeah.
I thought she was older, man. This album, but you don't expect this sort of thing from a 23-year-old.
Yeah. And as a vocalist, she carries herself with poise and maturity that comes with years of performing, and she's got that from the get-go. I think that it must be said, as a debut album, one of the greatest I've heard in a long time.
Very long time. Yeah.
I can't really.
I can't think of one right now.
I mean, Kanye's debut.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking recent, in recent memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has that sort of feel. It's very much a coming out party,
Yeah.
not just an awkward introduction into an artist.
Yeah.
She's fully formed,
Oh,
100% in her persona
Yeah.
as this amazing singer. And that's what it is. If you're wondering about the mix of genres that we're referring to when it comes to this album, she's got R&B, funk, neo soul, probably even some classic soul on there, some very old school influences. We've got reggaeton,
some dream pop.
some dream pop,
Yeah.
some bossa nova up in there.
We've even got a bit of West Coast
Oh my
influence on that.
gosh.
Yeah.
That one track,
Yeah,
Gotta Get Up,
Gotta Get Up.
absolutely amazing. And to take such a diverse group of styles and she puts them in this melting pot, but the end product is it doesn't jar, it's not very clashing.
No, not at all. That was the most surprising thing about this album for me, is so many times you hear artists that try to do too many different things on the same album and it just doesn't flow.
Yeah.
Sort of the momentum stops dead at multiple points in the album. And this wasn't that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, speaking about the flow, from the very beginning, the intro really brings you in.
It does.
I think, I don't know, you might disagree with me, but Thundercat is the king of intros. Every Thundercat project and every time he's on an intro song for someone, he's very good at transporting you into whatever world the album is.
This is very much pandering to you by putting a Thundercat
yeah.
production on the first track.
100%. And that Thundercat bass tone,
Yes, that's...
as soon as it starts,
The moment I switched this album on, I was like, okay, Ezra's going to be all up on this.
You weren't wrong.
From the get-go.
yeah, it just hits you right in there. If you're listening to it on like good speakers or a nice set of headphones, you really start feeling
Very
that
loud,
bass. Get a couple goosebumps. It's unavoidable. It's not even like an emotional response. It's just sonically so pleasing.
Yeah.
And then from there, it really goes on a great journey.
Yeah, it does.
There aren't any jarring switches between tracks. There weren't any times when it went from one track to another track, and I felt like, oh, what am I listening to now? Or, oh, that's a bit of, debut album. That's okay, you did that, no worries. I didn't have any of that.
Yeah, you expect to be able to cut her some slack at some point in the album, being that it's a debut album, but you never have to do that.
Yeah, zero allowances. You could judge this as someone in their prime releasing a fourth or fifth album, and it would still stand up. It would hold up 100%.
And I mean, given that the album came out, 2 weeks ago? You would have thought...
I would say 2-3 weeks ago, yeah.
You know, we would have thought that we'd be trying to listen to it from a different angle. Try to zone in on any missteps, but it's impossible. I can't. Yeah.
I must say, in preparation for this review, I tried to, on multiple occasions, I tried to listen to the album and zone in on each track and really get a good feel for the nuts and bolts of it, trying to pick it apart, and I couldn't because I lost myself in the listen every single time. I've got to say, a lot of the melodies are really infectious. Some catchy hooks,
catchy phrases, even
phrases,
like to introduce verses as well.
Oh, yeah, and I've been singing lines and choruses from this album since the first listen. 100% been stuck in my head. You're dead to me. Your tooth in my neck. That's Steve Lacy feature song.
Just a stranger.
Just a stranger. $100 bill. I'm so tempted to just sing it now. It's so great. Tyrant has an amazing hook.
An amazing hook, and that
one
line,
which has been stuck in my head, and we've said it every time we've been together since we've listened to this album. It's unbelievable. I think that actually does bring up my only perceived weakness in this album, and probably in Kali Uchis as a songwriter, is that the lyrics aren't punchy or smart. There are a lot of times when they get a bit sing-songy, a little bit cookie-cutter, but what really saves it is her vocal delivery, her range, her kind of sultry passion, the way that she's delivering them. You can ignore it. There are, like we speak about that amazing line in Tyrant, but there are a lot of other lines delivered with the same kind of cadence and flow that don't hit nearly as hard
as that one.
Just that one is so well written that you focus on it. But then if you look at the song as a whole, her lyrics aren't amazing. Georgia Smith did a great job featuring on that, and just like a disclaimer, I absolutely love that track. I listen to it all day. But yeah, lyrically, not the strongest, but it's not necessarily what I need. In
look, I think it's got its moments. I think Miami is a great sort of tale of leaving your home country, coming to a new country, and the sort of expectations that or perceptions that people have of you in a new country. I mean, there's that one line where she's
looking for a job.
No, there's they laugh at me because they laugh at me when they see I'm writing a check because they expect me to pay in sex. That's great. That's an excellent line.
And she hits that topic, I think, with a lot more nuance than a lot of people
And that whole song is great. It's well written. I think, like I said, it's got its moments lyrically, and I think that the songs that do deal with the more familiar sort of topic are so well delivered. Feels like a fool, I think. Sort of your normal heartbreak sort of tale, but just the way she does it is stellar. Shades of Amy.
Oh yeah,
shades of
I was
Amy.
feeling Amy 100%. That there and Flight 22.
Yes, Flight 22.
I was 100% thinking, oh, please don't join the 27s club. I need you around for a while. She was giving me Amy all over that.
Yeah, that's great. There's even I think great. Your Teeth in My Neck sounds like it could be a Neptune's joint. NERD joint actually. Just that was the first thing I thought of when I listened to that track. It's just that Neptune's influence, NERD influence. Goddamn, they're different projects. And you've got Kevin Parker on Tomorrow. Yeah, that disco sort of thing that we've come to expect from Kevin post Lonerism,
and which he is a master of.
Nobody
can
right
touch
now
it in that world.
Nobody.
On that Steve Lacy joint, Just a Stranger, She Want My $100
Yeah.
Bills. Also featuring Rommel, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Rommel,
Okay.
from Brockhampton.
Yes. I did.
Getting out there. Thought that was a cool little Easter
Easter
egg
egg,
because I didn't know the name. Brockhampton is huge. I don't know any of the people.
Like how
it's
many
Kevin
people in that
Abstract and Brockhampton. Every time I see a Brockhampton performance, it just looks like new people around Kevin Abstract, which is
Does it have like 20, 30 people in there?
it's big. It's definitely double digits, which is already big. It's bigger than Mod Future was at its peak.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
their output
something.
is crazy.
Oh yeah, 3 mixtapes. Anyway, this isn't a Brockhampton thing. And Kevin Abstract, I guess, is the Tyler of Brockhampton. Sorry, I said we need to move on, and then I brought us right back. But I've got to say, Coming Home, Soundwave did the production for that.
Yes.
I would have bet all the money I've ever seen that was a Tyler, the creator, produced song. That smacks of 2016 Tyler.
It does, yeah.
The
What is
synth
that,
choices, the way that it
Cherry Bomb
plays
no,
out.
Cherry Bomb was 2015.
Yeah, the move from Wolf to Cherry Bomb into Flower Boy, that transition.
Yes.
This felt like it could have fit in there somewhere. It had all those kind of hallmarks. But perhaps Kali has been friends with Tyler for a while. She's been a collaborator on things that he's done, and Soundwave probably thought that you do sound really good on these tracks that I've heard you feature on with Tyler. Let me give you something that sounds like that. I wasn't mad at it.
No,
it just was a funny thing for me. Yeah.
And Thundercat's also on that track, isn't he?
He is. He played the bass.
He played bass,
Which
It's got a great switch up.
It
In the
does.
middle of that track.
I actually prefer the switched the second half of
The
it.
second half.
Yeah, it hits me crazy hard.
Yeah.
That was really good. After the Storm.
Yeah.
I think it was the first single.
No, Tyrant was.
Tyrant was the first single? I missed it. After the Storm was the first single that
Tyrant
I heard.
came out like I think July last year.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been around. Yeah. I was also quite late to it.
That's such a good song. I'm really sad I didn't have that last
year. It should have been everywhere, man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
This album would have been on my most anticipated if I'd heard that song.
If you'd heard that,
yeah, that definitely would have pushed her into that world.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bootsy Collins up on there, lending those beautiful vocals.
Yeah.
Was he playing bass too?
I assume so.
Yeah, it sounded great. Very, very Bootsy. But then, we assume so, but also Bad Not Good did it. So then, did Chester from Bad bring the bass to that? Because he can fly.
I think without that though, Bootsy just got a few opening lines then.
Yeah.
So surely he played bass. I don't know.
Perhaps it was Bootsy and Bad Not Good and Tyler in the studio cooking this eclectic.
The whole sound is very Bootsy though.
It is very, that is true. Having said that, Bad Not Good came to the fore doing their, how I heard of them was them doing their covers of old jazz records and hip-hop songs.
Is that okay?
And they very much would put their own spin on it, but you could tell immediately. Their Bad Not Good's Zelda medley, absolutely amazing. They did a couple of songs off Bastard and Goblin, old jazz standards. They play in that world as well, so I'd love to chat to Kali Uchis. If you'd like to email me, it's in the description. If you could, I just want to know. I don't even want to get in. I just want to know who did that in the studio. Just give me some insight into that studio session. It seems like it would be a really good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the songs, for me, it's almost split into 3 vignettes.
Okay.
Sorry. And they're almost separated by. It's not even a clear, because like I said, the album flows beautifully.
You're talking in terms of quality?
No. Not even in terms of quality.
Okay.
There's, I don't want to say vibe, because I feel like I overuse that word. There's very much a feeling, a direction, an atmosphere that matches with a couple of songs and then moves to a different place, kind of in the middle of the album, and then goes to a different place at the end. The opening run of the album is absolutely amazing. Body language, Miami, Just a Stranger, Flight 22. That run is great, like up to Just a Stranger is great. Flight 22, a little bit different to those first couple.
Yeah, to the first 3.
So for me, that felt that felt like an interlude.
Yeah.
It brought it
Like
down.
a transitional point. Yeah.
It had me leaning in a little bit, and then suddenly, after that,
Boom.
hit you with Your Teeth in My Neck. This amazing, radio ready, just beautiful hook, bouncy, getting me jumping. Yeah. Not really. I was listening to it.
I think that's the most perfect track on this album.
Oh, your favorite track?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh wow.
I could.
Interesting.
I've had that track playing so many times over the last 2 weeks, and I still haven't gotten sick of it. It's just
yeah, I'll say that too. I'm not sick of that song at all. But then from Flight 22, which is an interlude, it moves to the second movement of the album, which is Your Teeth in My Neck, Tyrant, Dead to Me. All not sad songs, but negative in a biting sense. It's very, very powerful vocal, very powerful lyrical messages from her in those songs, delivered with a lot of force and vigor and passion, and I like that. And then it goes to Nuestro Planeta.
Nuestro Planeta.
No. Is it? I don't know. Nuestro Planeta doesn't sound right, so I have to say it. But it moves to Nuestro Planeta, which is like, again, kind of different from those preceding tracks, and then feels like...
There's a link, at least, sonically, between Nuestro Planeta and Tyrant.
And Tyrant, that is true. And it has
tempo
that
and all of that.
tempo, great little reggaeton beat as well. Feeling it absolutely amazing. And then it moves to In My Dreams. And I know that's not an interlude, because the next song is Gotta Get Up, which has interlude in its title.
So do you think those two should have switched? Or?
No, I think their placement is perfect, almost genius. I even think like the interlude on the end of Gotta Get Up was put there because of length. I don't even think it's an interlude track. So In My Dreams is a big departure from the first two-thirds of the album. Not a bad one. I like the song.
And even if Damon Albarn wasn't on that track, that's just his sound.
Like, we would have already known. As soon as you hear it. Like, am I on the plastic beach right now? Maybe. And that one, and even the name of it, In My Dreams, the kind of dream pop sound of it, Damon Albarn's vocals, and then from there, all the songs till the end of the album have this kind of dreamlike atmosphere, very spacious production, more lush and open, and I love that. And those three themes are so cool. If you listen to it, it has these three waves that really...
And that speaks to just what we were saying earlier, is so much variety on this track, but you can see a clear link between, you know...
You said track.
On the album.
On the album,
So you can see a clear link and flow between those things, and that's why it works as a project.
I agree with you 100%. And then, so from In My Dreams, it goes to Gotta Get Up, which is my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
I'm so mad that it's short. My favorite song on the album is an interlude. 1 minute, 45 seconds, something like that. But it is oh so sweet, oh so beautiful, dirty. I wish I could drop my ride height, go to the beach.
You could get any West Coast rapper just
all over that. They're jealous. Someone's mad that they didn't get that beat.
That sounds like a Scott Storch beat to me. It sounds like something Scott Storch would have put on my radio back in like 2002.
Yeah, 100%. It puts you in, again, it puts you in this, it really gets you into a place. The album transports you. Yeah. It's not background music in any way.
No, definitely.
100% will steal your focus. This dream sort of theme for the final vignette of the album, going from In My Dreams, Gotta Get Up, Tomorrow, the Kevin Parker dreamy disco track.
Part of the album to put Kevin Parker
Exactly. Then we've got Coming Home, which sounds like a Tyler track, which is very much, again, in that sort of fun, dreamy space. And then After the Storm, which is, I'm not saying I wanted the album to be shorter, but if that was a closer for it, if the album had stopped at After the Storm, I think it would be a perfect 10. I think that would be the most perfect album of the year so far. Well, it's already the best album.
Both feel like a Fool and Killer take away from it?
No, I don't think they take away from it. I just think that if the album had been sectioned in that way and finishes on After the Storm, I think it's an amazing closer. It has this really big, epic feel, even though it's like funky and jazzy, and if that's where it cuts, it would be great. So, I don't wish to feel like a Fool wasn't on the album, because I like it. I think it should maybe have been slot in.
Yeah, maybe between Flight 22 and Your Teeth in My Neck.
Possibly. Flight 22 and To Feel Like a Fool would feel so natural, and you know, because it has that same vibe, that same vocal delivery, and kind of soulful lyrics. Yeah, that could have been something. And then Killer, I don't really know where to slot it. I don't hate it. Again, I feel like I'm coming across more negative about it than I really feel. But I don't think Killer is a bad track. No. I just don't think it's in the level of greatness as the rest of the album.
It's not quite as punchy as the rest of the album, as any other track of the album. Yeah. There's sort of
And-
a lot more breathing room on that track. It feels almost
It
a
was a
little bit
bit
unfinished. Yeah.
And that's not to take away from Killer, to be fair, because for someone else that would be a great song.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I still
honestly-
really like it.
It's just because
Yeah.
of the strength of the previous
Yeah.
tracks. If anything,
It's
it's
all
more of a
relative,
compliment to Kali that like this fun track
Yeah.
because her music.
I mean,
was
that could
also
be a
good.
standout on an average album.
Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
that might be your single. Another
Yeah.
artist might make that their radio single. Put all the money behind that song, and she doesn't have
Yeah.
to, because she could really choose any song and promote the heck out of it, and it would do well.
for sure.
And I wish more people were listening to it. I think everyone should listen to it.
I think it's got a decent amount of traction. Like from what I've seen, okay, but I guess Twitter's not a great place to gauge that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's very much a selective audience.
It
It's
is,
people
it
who
is,
want
it
to
is.
follow.
Yeah.
Probably your circle.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but I like. We've discussed this. I like the hipster element of finding the
of course,
music
of course.
and it feeling like it's just for me.
Yeah.
And not to take anything away from Kali Uchis, her Coachella set was apparently lit.
Oh, for real?
People were loving it. She was getting
man.
so much love at
We should have
Coachella.
live streamed Coachella.
Oh,
Or parts of it, at least.
yeah.
Oh.
Hey, let's not go there. Hey. I'm gonna steer right away from that controversy and keep this clean. But I mean, she's been getting love. No one is saying that the album's
No,
a bad,
Yeah.
critically acclaimed, kind of across the board. I do think she should be topping charts.
It's never gonna happen.
I know it's not, but she deserves it. I think
No, she does.
she deserves a global victory, more so than what she's getting. Yeah, I think it's an amazing album, and I think no matter what your musical background is or what your current tastes are, you'd probably find something you like
Yeah,
on this album.
definitely.
So even if you listen to it for the sake of getting one or two tracks to put in your playlist, to bump it
That's
up.
the weird thing about this for me is that usually when I'm listening, even some of the albums I've really enjoyed, over time I sort of narrow those albums down to the songs I do want to listen to again that do have replay value. But with this album, I don't think I could do that. Like, just everything works.
Yeah, you cut it on from the start and you just let it ride every single
And
time.
it's been a while since I felt an album like that.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So what are we thinking in terms of rating?
In terms of a rating, an absolutely brilliant album, flows wonderfully, unbelievable voice, making me think of the great Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Bringing some kind of less popular musical genres to the fore, which I think is again cool, and doing it in such a great way. No bad songs on the album.
Not a misstep.
Yeah, and the only thing that I don't like is the one final track.
Yeah.
And I don't skip it.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
not that
like
you
it.
don't like it. Again, it's just relative to the rest of the album.
And honestly, I think if it was slot in a different place on the album, I would probably feel better about it.
Maybe, yes.
It's just because it
closes the
comes after the storm, which I think in my mind is just a perfect closer. I don't have a lot of negative things to say about this album. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Well, it's funny because I was thinking the exact same number. It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
A 9
It's
out
a
of 10.
straight up 9 out of 10. It's the best album I've listened to this year. And I don't know if I'm going to get a better album this year. I really don't know.
It is that strong.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely 9 out of 10.
So we are unanimous. Kali Uchis, Isolation, 9 out of 10. Please give this album a listen.
Please do.
If not for me, for you, for your family, for your loved ones. Just do it for them.
Yeah.
Do it for the kids. If you like this video, throw a like. Subscribe to our channel if you want to see
subscribe.
more. We'll be putting out more absolutely mediocre reviews coming at you very soon.
What, like mediocre in terms of rating or just like our quality? Or
Oh,
both?
my goodness.
So mediocre
It's a double-
reviews.
Oh man, I bleed double entendres. In any case, let us know what you thought about this album, and keep enjoying good music and keep thinking about the music that you consume.